Hello everyone, this is Shrike playing more Demon Bluff, because this demo is unbelievably good. It's basically a complete game already. So I want to play more of the deck builder mode, because it is so much fun. It is unbelievably fun. Ooh, Puka's going to be at the end. We get to see all kinds of crazy situations. Well, if Puka's going to be here, clearly I'm going to want Alchemist, going to offset the corruption. Poet for random information or Dreamer. Dreamer is nice if Lycanthrope and such show up, but generally speaking, because then you can use your ability multiple times, potentially. But I'm gonna go with the Poet for the random information. It can be really clutch. Player, I find is really hard to get good use out of because it does still execute something, and if they lie, they just say they can't kill the target, which is the same as if they're good and the target they targeted is good. So it's like really hard to get good value out of this. The judge is a little more specific, but we can try. Bishop or Bard. Again, if Puka's gonna be the final thing, having more things based around corruption will be useful. The Baker is very high risk, high reward, because you could end up converting good villagers into bakers, which don't give you any real information. However, when anyone tries to disguise themselves as a baker, it becomes very, very obvious they are not real. So, yeah, I'll take the baker. I'm willing to gamble on that. Druid or Jester? Do I want to detect outcasts or evil? Outcasts are very good for drunks, and drunks tend to give you problems, so we'll try. And I don't see... They didn't add any extras. It's just a regular old minion too, so this should be a straightforward first one, hopefully. There won't be any outcasts, so what I can do is do this and be like, hey, you're no outcast. She's telling us the truth. He's good. There are no corrupted characters. That is also blatantly true. Number 3, I'm the original baker. I believe you. I was a judge. The fact that I revealed them first is really bad, but there was one corruption on you. No, there was not. There was no source of corruption here, my friend. So we found the minion. But this is when the baker can backfire, right? I could have used the judge to confirm somebody else. In this case, these were very easy to verify, so I didn't worry about it. Empress or Investigator? I find we kind of need some active abilities, so I'm going to go with the Investigator. Additional fake outcast and fake minion, or executing good characters deals 2 more damage to you. Well, if I just don't execute good characters, it doesn't hurt us. Bishop or Knight or remove a card. I can't, because I actually revealed too many cards and I don't have enough money for them. There's a Plague Doctor and a Poisoner, so there's 2 sources of corruption. Closest evil is counterclockwise. Well, let's assume you're telling the truth and look for more good characters. Plague Doctor. 1 is evil. 1, 7, or 8. But the Druid. The Druid should be pretty easy to verify. Judge. I could spend like the Judge and Plague Doctor to verify 1, for instance, but I wouldn't get that much information, you know? Number 6, I'm 2 cards away from the corrupted character. Maybe, maybe not. Oh man, if the Druid is corrupted, that's gonna be terrible. I am the original baker. Well, at least I am inclined to believe you. Then 8 was an alchemist. Oh, that's a problem. If I'd done it the other way around. Well, if 8's evil and lying about it, that still makes 7 telling us the truth. That would make 1 still telling the truth. Just don't make you telling the truth. And corruption. Now, he could have been some class, not necessarily an alchemist. And is now lying about it. I realize... No, yeah. 7 can't be the puppet. Oh, there's no poet. There's a poisoner. Who do I... All right, druid. Let's see what you say here. There are no outcasts. That's a lie. So what I need to know is, are you corrupted? 4 is corrupted, and 1 is evil. 1 is evil. He's lying about this, and these are both good. And that would mean the closest evil had to be clockwise, so it could be 3. It would be 3 in that case, probably. 1 is evil. Oh, right. Right. There's only 1 evil. I was super thinking there was 2 for some reason, but... Alright, yeah, that everything tracks then. They were guaranteed good from this. They told us the truth. And I could have used the judge. I didn't need to, but... Pick a new character. With corruption on the field, knight's definitely dangerous. Because if they're corrupted, they deal extra damage to us. And we already take extra damage due to our relic that we got. Our cursed relic, or whatever you want to call it. Oracle can be useful. I don't need to heal. I could buy another knight. Or actually our first knight. But I'm going to skip. We'll save our money for a potential heal down the line. Because with corruption, it's a lot harder to detect. There's no sources of corruption here, which is great. There's no one corrupted around you. Well, that's just blatantly true. You're good. Between 1, 6, and 8, there is a villager, minion, and outcast. This implies that 8 or 6 have to be the wretch. The wretch doesn't disguise, so you're lying to us about this. Easy peasy. All right. Now I need to find this shaman. All right. 1 card away from the corrupted character. Doesn't play 4 is corrupted. How would 4 be corrupted? There's no source of corruption. We found the shaman. Nice. We didn't reveal very many cards either. I was a little lucky, but I'll take it. Lover, medium. Learn a good character and its role. That is nice. I really like I like cards that tell us information about the adjacent characters. Copy of a random villager. I'm totally fine with that. That's good with me. Do I want to remove a card? Could remove the baker. The hunter. The poet. Let's remove the poet. Yeah, I think that's fair. Will I regret that and not have enough money to heal in the future? Maybe. There's a poisoner, so there's 1 source of corruption, and there's a doppelganger. 1 adjacent evil to you. Okay, so I'm not going to do things adjacent to you to start with. I'm the original baker. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. I'm dizzy. You could be corrupted or you could be evil. I'm not willing to test it yet. You were a druid. That's not good. Oh, no. Man, I'm not going to get any information in my... No corruption around you. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. 4 or 9 is a twin... Well, it's looking like 4 thus far. It was an oracle. You're saying there's a corrupt... You could be corrupted, but if you're corrupted, then... This doesn't make sense. Oh, it does. What's happened is it might be 9's the poisoner and 8 is lying to us because they're corrupted. And you be telling the truth? I'm not sure. I was a druid. This is the baker gamble losing. That's not good. Well, if you're corrupted, then we know the poisoner is 3 or 5 and telling it apart is going to be hell. Oh, it's a twin minion. Okay, that makes things so much easier. So, well, 1 evil adjacent to you. I can't tell which one is which. You told us the truth, though. You're implying there's no corruption there, which would be 9 was not corrupted. You're saying there's no evils adjacent to you. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. This could be the poisoner. This could be poisoned and be lying to us. But if they were poisoned, then he would have said there was corruption. So no, that's not the case. It is heavily likely 3 is not corrupted. They're guaranteed good based on what they say. And the effects, of course. 'Cause we got a bunch of other bakers. Easily verified him. I think this is true. Because there's no way for him to be evil. And, well, actually, he can't be corrupted, so no. Couldn't be like 6 being the poisoner, 7 being corrupted. That doesn't work. So it's looking like if 2 was the poisoner, they would have been poisoning 1 to lie. With 1 is telling us the truth. So I don't think that's possible. 1 could be lying. I think that's the case, and it's just corrupted one of those. Yep, that was it. That was it. Well, he wasn't really a druid, but like, what his class didn't really matter, you know? Oh, it was a doppelganger. A friendly doppelganger. Let's take the witness here. I could. Don't need to heal. I don't need a medium. All right, we'll just skip. We're making good progress here. There's a chancellor, a shaman, and a lycanthrope, or a rambler. Probably both. Actually, I know there's a lycanthrope because we got the day-night cycle. So if we take too long to reveal the lycanthrope, it'll be bad. 1 evil adjacent to you, huh? Then I'm going to check others. There are no corrupted characters. This is just blatantly true. There's no source of corruption. 4. This is an investigator. Let's suspect you and 8. 3 or 8 is an outcast. So I should absolutely reveal 8 and hope that they are not a werewolf. We didn't take damage this night, so I'm assuming they are lycanthrope telling us the truth that 7 is in fact a real medium. Okay, they're all supporting each other. This looks good to me. Which is pointing to 2 being evil. Shut up. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. See, the Rambler. Adjacent truthful characters tell me to shut up instead of sharing their info. Unless the Rambler is evil. So I'm suspecting 4 is probably the Chancellor. And 5 is real. Correct. And that makes 2 the other evil. They were not. Uh-oh. Oh, that just means 1's evil. What? What is going on? Uh-oh. Well, you lied about them being an outcast. Oh, I have to find the... No, because I revealed them very early. They should not be a werewolf. Plus, I'm not... Uh-oh. Oh, 7 lied to us. It's 7. Oh, they were the werewolf. Oh, God. That means you lied to us. 8 lied to us as well. And they were the Chancellor beside the werewolf. Oh, man. Okay. I lost a lot of HP there. Sparkle Knight. We know Puka's going to be in the last one, so we know Corruption will be there. So, I'm not going to take the Knight. That would just be an instant death, almost certainly. Well, 1 additional outcast and 1 less villager. 3 minions are in the village. Let's do that. Sure, why not? There's no heal. Oh, no. There's no heal. All right, well. That is dangerous. Puka and Poisoner and Drunk. Oh, no. Puppeteer. I'm not going to have any bloody trustful information. I'm 2 cards away from the corrupted character. Who knows? Maybe. I am 1 card away from corrupted character. Maybe. They're both pointing at 3 being corrupted. If they're corrupted, there are 2 evils adjacent to you. Well, that's looking like you're corrupted. Closest evil is counterclockwise. Oh, God, I'm not going to be able to trust anything here. Closest evil is clockwise. Well, they're supporting that 5 would be good. 3 was afflicted by an evil. 4 could be lying to us and 3 be corrupted. That's what it does look like. And that would imply that the closest evil would not be within... So that would make all 3 of these good. And if you're lying, the closest evil would have to be as close as, 8. Or it could be any of these, I guess. Yeah. Okay, well, 3's definitely looking like the corrupted. And they could have been corrupted by Puka or the poisoner. 4 could be the Puka or the poisoner. I'm suspecting them. I'm 2 cards away from a corrupted character. Do you think it's 5 and 4 being the possibility? Learn any one outcast among them, if any. I haven't found any. I haven't guaranteed found any of the outcasts. Oh my gosh. Well, clearly these enlightened, there's too many of them. There's too many of them. In our deck, there's only 1. We don't have a shaman. We do have a doppelganger. One of them could be a doppelganger. So could be at most 2 of them. There's actually a guaranteed drunk and doppelganger. Okay. Using the investigator and using druid are going to be imperative. I didn't get any alchemists here. Or I didn't get the baker either. Well, there's also 3 bards, which is not possible. So bards and enlightened are the most suspicious here. There's also 4 evil. There could be 5 evils. Technically. I don't know how there would be... Oh, because of the puppet. Statistically, if I just start shooting, I'm gonna get somebody. Okay, I think you're corrupted. 4 is highly likely evil. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna suspect most suspicious type among them. Between 4 and 3. 4 or 3 is a demon. 4 is Puka. Got it. So these are corrupted, which means I cannot trust what they say. They're not 2 evils adjacent to you. There's in fact only 1. So you're good. You told us the truth. You're good. They could be... 1 could still be a puppet. Like, you told us the truth. That's in fact the demon. So they're all more or less spoken for. And since... Yeah, you're guaranteed corrupted. 5 is not guaranteed corrupted. They could just be evil. They could also be evil. However, 6 is saying that... Either way, I know they're lying. Whatever they say, they're lying. 6 seems like they're also lying to us. Unless 7... No, 7 is telling us the truth. They're just blatantly telling us the truth. 3 was affected by 4. So, yes. You are 2 cards away from closest corrupted character. Now, 10 could very easily be corrupted. Because they are saying the closest evil is this way. And that's just not... That's not possible. We've verified all these people. 9 is saying it's this way. And it's probably... I think... Ooh, I don't know. Because there's also the puppeteer and the puppet to worry about. 10 could be corrupted by 9 being the poisoner. So the poisoner would have to be lying, and that's not the case. 10 could be a puppeteer. But then 9 would be the puppet. Or 11 could be the puppet, actually. 11 could still be the puppet. Like, they told us the truth, but... If they're the puppet, though, they're not corrupted, and then 8 is lying, and 8 is also evil. Seems likely. But if 8 is evil, then 6 would be lying because she should be saying equidistant for 8 and 4. Then again, okay. There's also the fool somewhere. And one random outcast among them, if any. All I know is you're going to lie to me. That's all I know. There are no outcasts. So one of these is, at least one of them, is... At least one of them is an outcast. Means I could execute the drunk or the doppelganger. 10 could be a drunk. That's what it is. 10 is corrupted. And an outcast, I think. And then 9 is probably telling the truth. But then 8, that would make 6 and 5 probably both evil. I think that's probably the case. I'm gonna execute 6 first is the safest. No, that's the drunk. What? Okay, so one of them is the doppelganger. I can't mess this up anymore. Uh-oh. Stupid drunk. That means you are guaranteed good, which we already knew. 8 could still... Well, 8 actually told us the truth here. They could be the puppet still. You think they're lying? They're both lying? 10 and 9 are probably both lying. I think they're both evil. All the sources of corruption are accounted for. No, they're not, because the poisoner. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 5 could be the poisoner and just didn't get to poison anybody. That is a possibility. There's also the minion. Executing 5 is very dangerous, though, because Puka's right there. If they were good, they'd just be corrupted. We just know they're lying. That's all we know. We don't know if they're evil or not. Okay. We know 3 was not evil because, well, actually, I don't know. You could... No, he can't be lying. He's telling us the truth. This implies that 9 cannot be corrupted. 8 could be lying if 9 is corrupted. But there's no way 9's lying. 9's either good or the puppet. Unless 10 is evil. Uh-oh. If 10 is evil, then he's no longer telling the truth. I think 9's just lying, and what about 10 then? Those are the poisoner. Oh my gosh. Do you think maybe they're just both evil? If they're both evil, so say 10 is the poisoner. He would have been able to poison 11 in that case. 10 could be the puppeteer. 11 be the puppet. 11 would still tell the truth. Then 9 would be the... 5 could be the poisoner. You'd be this 9 would be lying in that case. 5 would be... There's gotta be a way to deduce this. Oh, there doesn't actually have to be. That's not true. It could just be guessing, but... Alright, I have only detected one of the 4 potential evils. Here's the thing. There's only 3 cards left that I'm concerned about. Doesn't that mean... As long as I don't pick the one wrong one. Is there any way... If 5 was a puppeteer, he would not have been able to make a puppet. He'd still be lying to us. Then the poisoner. Where is the poisoner? He'd be... He'd have to be 10, I think. Actually, I don't know, because this is... The closest evil would then be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait, we still have the minion to find. Dude, I'm just gonna execute, I think. Puppeteer. Okay. Okay. That means 9 or 11 are telling us the truth, but are the puppet. Where's the poisoner? 5 has to be the poisoner. Nobody's corrupted. Oh, it's the minion. The fuck? You're 2 away from the corrupted character. Well, closest evil is counterclockwise. That's not true. Is there any way for 9 to be corrupted? 8 is not guaranteed to be telling the truth. 8 could be the poisoner, with 9 being corrupted. I don't have a way to know. And then 11's probably the puppet in that case. 9 would still be lying because they wouldn't be saying equidistant like they should be if they were telling you the truth. All right, well, we got some options here. Let's say 8 is the poisoner. And that makes 9 corrupted because 7's blatantly telling us the truth. That tracks, and then 11's the puppet. That's a possibility that works. If wait, that's the only one we haven't revealed yet, right? Okay, what if 9 was the poisoner? Makes 8 corrupted, which is in fact it had to be lying. That doesn't work because the drunk is there within 2, and nobody else would be, because he's not going to count themselves. So that doesn't work. I don't think 9 can be the poisoner. So I'm going to kill 8. The doppelganger! What? Wait, why? Oh, it works because he can't corrupt the doppelganger. Maybe? It doesn't say they can't be corrupted. 11 was the puppet. We suspected that. How does this work? They're telling us the truth. One adjacent villager is corrupted. That's not a villager. The poisoner didn't get to corrupt anybody. And that is how I forgot about the doppelganger. I just assumed it was one of these, to be honest. But had I remembered this, what number 5 said, they said there were no outcasts, but they're lying. So there had to be an outcast there. Oh, so I could have figured it out. But the route I took was perfectly valid, ignoring that. Ignoring that one fact. Well, it's still a really good run, despite the failure. So if you enjoyed this, please leave a like, subscribe if you're not already. I upload videos every single day. And if you want to try this game for yourself, which I highly, highly recommend, there's a link in the description. You can get it on Steam, completely free. See you guys next time.